And what up, everybody? Welcome back to Furrow Publications YouTube channel. On this channel, we talk about zines and DIY publishing. I'm just out here and about, living my life, man, trying to do what I can. And I was rereading Cow. And Cow is one of the comic books, the first comic books that I got that kind of introduced me to underground comic books. Up until the point that I got Cow, for the most part, I was reading superhero comics. This comic book here dropped in 1995. The company published 3 issues, so it didn't work out for them very well. But it was when I was reading the intro that it really hit me. You know what I mean? Like, it put some shit into perspective for me, and I was kind of like, I don't know, I was feeling good. So, you know, like, let me go ahead and show you guys that clip of the reading. And I wanted to read the intro, which I found to be the most, like, kind of sad but also empowering, right? It says, the problem with publishing your own comic book, aside from learning how to draw and write, is that it requires time and money. Some people have one or the other, few have both. And if you do get your comic published, you still have to let people know it's out there. More time and money. Hopefully Cow will be a help to some of you talented artists, writers out there. Want to get published? Send your strip to Cow and be published alongside many other great artists. We can't pay you yet, but you will see your work printed and distributed with nothing from your wallet. Already publishing your own comic? Send it in for our recommendation section and we'll let people know about it. If you send both a comic for review and a strip for submission, people will be able to sample your work firsthand. For more information, check out the Look Who's Smiling Now page. Thank you very much for buying the very first issue of Cow, and we especially want to thank all of the people who contributed to it. Please write and let us know what you think. So this, the Cow publication was by Monster Pants Comics. They only made 3 comic books, so I'm assuming it didn't pan out for them the way they had hoped. And those kinds of things puts Furrow Publication and Furrow Comics into perspective, because Furrow Comics is going to be dropping issue number 10 shortly this week, and we have been paying contributors since the beginning. And so, you know, like I said, it puts into perspective, and this is one of the first comic books that I ever got that really introduced me to a lot of, like, underground subversive comics. You know, a lot of different art styles. This was the first one that I picked up in the comic book shop, which is a big deal, right? And I think that's also the difference, that this was distributed and carried in comic book shop. This is another thing that I like, and right now on this reread, I was kind of like, I should do something like this on the Furrow Comics, because there is a lot of underground comic book projects out there, and at that, there's a lot of underground comic book collectors right now. But I've met a lot of artists. A lot of the artists that contribute to Furrow Comics are also contributing to other projects, and it might make sense for me to start having like a recommendations page where I just mention whatever is dropping that month for Furrow Comics. So that's something I've been considering, and that was on this reread. And this is why you reread and read comic books every day, because if you're publishing comics, it makes sense for you to continuously reread comics and just kind of learn, right? Yeah, man, that's the takeaways from today's reading, right? Because I read a comic book every day, and yeah, that's what I read today, man. Cow, which, like I said, it's a good one. It's a classic. It's one of my favorites. Beyond that, let's see what else we get into today. So that's my view, you guys. I just had lunch. I just finished paying the contributors for the next 2 issues of Furrow Comics. The next 2 issues are for the most part done. I ended up doing some reformatting just because, based upon the submissions, I ended up seeing that I could almost group them up just more thematically, kind of just more based upon a theme or a style. And so I was really happy to be able to do that. So the next issue, you know, it's going to be something that anyone who really likes diary comics, it would be the issue for you. And on the next issue, it's just more that surrealist, absurdist humor that you know, you've kind of grown to know from Furrow Comics. But, you know, there was a young cartoonist just joining the foray, and I'm happy to have him be part of the project. And he wrote this as his bio, and I just want to read it to you guys real quick. And it goes, bio: hi, I'm Bread Boy, coming fresh out the oven with top-notch quality content. I've just now started my cartoonist career with Furrow Publishing, who I'm hoping to grow with and help take over the comic industry. And that's what it's about, man. And that's what we're doing. We're really building this shit. it is always fun to have people jump into the battle with me and really identify what I'm doing, and then instead of it becoming what I'm doing, it's what we're doing. So I appreciate that shit, man. And you guys are all been part of that process, man. So I appreciate you guys as well. So I'll just be here in my car waiting for my wife to be done doing what she got to do, and after that we'll take our asses home and then just do it all over again, man. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and let's just keep building this up. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Lates.